Yes, indeed. Accurately predicting the future is tricky business. Whether one calls it predictions or prophecies, it's synonyms. It's the same thing. Hi, I'm Wayne Emmons. The videos in this series entitled Jesus, Really? Have presented the authenticity of Jesus Christ with documents of ancient historians, politicians, non-Christians, and Christians alike, but outside the Bible. Circumstantial evidence and amazing artifacts were also presented. Even with all this, the Bible is the most reliable source for describing the life, death, and resurrection of Jesus Christ. Today's broadcast is a little different than others I have posted, and here's why. I'm going to tell you a personal testimony of how my trust in Jesus Christ has brought joy and fulfillment in my life. And afterwards, you will be encouraged to watch a brief PowerPoint that succinctly describes Jesus. There will then be a short and powerful video. Believe me, you don't want to miss these two attachments. For now, here is my testimony. I was blessed to have been brought up in a good Christian home. However, for the most part, I was a lukewarm Christian. You may think you are bad off in your relationship with Christ, but look what he said in the Bible about my being lukewarm. See Revelation chapter 3, verse 16, and that's scary. I repented and begged God to give me a specific, passionate mission so that both He and I would know of my sincerity. And that was quite silly as I think about it. As I've said before, God is omniscient. He is all-knowing. But anyway, I needed to know. So He answered my prayers and gave me a mission. It seemed so simple. It's what the Bible clearly tells all Christians to do. The mission was to teach His words. I felt so unqualified. There were so many years of neglected study, but I got to work. And countless hours of personal study and research, books, videos, trips to Israel, website development. I studied the Bible more in 2 years than I had in the previous 20 years combined. The more I studied, however, the more I realized how much more there was to learn. And irregardless, I had to share the little that I knew. I thought I would eventually speak at churches and other organizations. And then COVID-19, no travel, no meetings, no training classes. Again, I began to fervently pray, God, now what? And I'm having this conversation with God, right? It's so interesting how God works. Even when He talks to us, it's most often with a few words, like in the Ten Commandments it says, thou shalt not. Anyway, when He spoke to me, He simply said, YouTube. Now hold on, I'm not crazy. Besides, look at Acts 2nd chapter verse 21 and Romans 10th chapter verse 13. And also John 10th chapter 27th verse where He says, my sheep know my voice. You've heard Him. You know what I'm talking about. When you're doing something you're not supposed to be doing, when you're not doing something that you should be doing, When you're in trouble and you call on His name, you've heard His voice. Anyway, he said to me, YouTube. And this made perfect sense. More people could be reached, virtually no travel time and expense. You get the picture. But again, Satan loomed his head with another big problem. I knew nothing, I mean nothing, about how to make this happen. I was, and perhaps still am, an absolute technology idiot. but I remembered Philippians 4th chapter, 13th verse, and you can figure out the rest of the story, because here I am making YouTube videos. You may want to try this. Fervently ask God to give you a specific, passionate purpose in life. There are so many needs in this crazy world. Go to Him in the name of Jesus and ask for a passion, and really mean it. And I want to encourage you again to study this Bible. It is an amazing book. In the New Testament, Jesus fulfilled the ancient prophecies foretold in the Old Testament. These testaments mirror each other. Biblical prophecies tell about events being fulfilled today. Future events are prophesied as well. And regarding today's events, look in the 3rd chapter of the book of 2 Timothy, as well as the 1st chapter of the book of Romans. And regarding future events, study the book of Revelation. The odds of Jesus fulfilling over 300 prophecies that were foretold hundreds of years before His birth have been calculated as 1 in a trillion to the 12th power. Your odds of traveling to the moon and back in a single engine prop plane are about the same. See Psalms 22 for some of these ancient prophecies. You will also discover that the Bible's New Testament mirrors the Old Testament. Bible prophets were spot on. Why? Because they were given visions by the one true God that is omniscient. He knows past, present, and future. I must say that today's video has been the most challenging of any of my recordings. And no, it hasn't been the technology part. It's the wrestling with how to present the awesomeness of Jesus Christ in less than 30 minutes. But I discovered a couple of individuals that had already done this in an absolutely marvelous way, so I simply must share their presentations with you. First, hear Bing Crosby describe One Solitary Life. And then the next video, It's Friday, but Sundays are coming, by C.M. Lockridge. After I close in just a few seconds, look in the comments window below, and you will see the 2 links for these videos, one for each of the 2. Combined, they are about 7 minutes long. Don't leave without watching them. You will truly miss out if you do. This is Wayne Ammons, helping you find truth, and I hope you will discover it for yourself. May God bless you.